Welcome back to the channel. This is my review on my Trek Top Fuel 9.8 XT 2020 model, size large. So my comparison, haven't ridden mountain bikes for a while, so I'm riding about on an enduro bike at the minute. I've ridden some hardtails over the last few years, so those are my comparisons. So some of the main features of this bike is the Monolink, which is a bolt in the rocker that you can flip around, which will give you more of a steeper angle. It doesn't give you more travel, but it'll give you more of a steeper angle. 12 speed, which is more than enough for me running the single ring compared to riding about with triple chain sets a few years ago. Another nifty feature with the bike is this knock block system. Basically it's a headset steering lock. It doesn't let the top of the handlebars hit the top tube and the top of the forks hit the down tube. Especially important if you run the carbon bike fall off with carbon frames. Only get one chance. Now, one issue was I was racing on Sunday, come down in a wee minute, and there was hairpins at the finish and I couldn't actually get around them just because of full steering lock on. So that's one drawback with the system. Bike also comes with a MRP chain device, and as norm and new for me is a dropper post. Wheel setup is Bontrager XR3 Light 30mm carbon rims, 29ers. Now, the tyre choice on this was Bontrager's XR3 Team Issues, and took them out on the local trail that I do, and very loose. Dropped the pressure, still wasn't happy. Weren't rolling that well for a big tyre, so ended up switching out for the Maxxis Ikon, which are 2.2s, tubeless setup, tan wall, and just seemed to roll that wee bit better. In the cockpit on the right hand side we have the new Shimano XT 12 speed lever. You can just go up the block several cogs at once, and the release lever on the way down is multi-directional. Left hand side, now it's a little messy, a little confusing. With the dropper post, it's set up and works fine. We also have this RockShox twist remote lockout for the front and back suspension. Now, a little bit tricky to get set up, but we finally got there in the end. Also have the back brake, and hence why I decided to heat shrink this, because there's a lot of cables going on. The main question is how does it ride? Well, for me, it's 100%. It ticks all the boxes for what I want. Not your full cross-country bike, not your full trail bike. It does lean that wee bit more towards cross-country with it being full carbon wheels. Now, one of the big concerns I had was bobbing on climbing. What I will say is, if it is locked out and you're climbing like this, like single track stuff, because the bike was that light, it was getting thrown about a wee bit. Put the suspension on and actually had a wee bit more traction. Changing the tyres out for Sunday's race was one of the big improvements. 2.2s for me rolled that wee bit better in comparison to the 2.4s.